Okay guys, so just want to pop up another quick video. So it's 9:30, 10:15 on a Friday night, and we're just finishing up with the company here regarding the risk management. And we were called in due to an accident job, an investigation that we were involved in a number of months ago, and now we're back to put rectification processes in place. But let me just get inside here because there's, maybe keep the noise down a wee bit. But as I say guys, I just want to mention it very quickly because you hear me bang on all the time about this box ticking exercise and the box ticking culture. So just to give you a rough example here, you know, from all of the staff, when we talk about risk management, the staff from the reception to the office staff to any managerial posts, down onto the workshop, it's a manufacturing hub, so down onto the floor itself, the forklifts, the logistics, the transport staff, everybody. And one thing that keeps, and it annoys me so much, this risk management and the implementation of risk assessments that are done from the office, never on site, and over multiple sites, and you know, they think the risk management is the same, that the risk assessments are the same, and that the control measures put in place are the same. So once again tonight, you know, I had this heated discussion, should we say, with the health and safety end, where, you know, I get this bullshit where it's, oh, it's just a generic risk assessment. Well, if it's a generic risk assessment, my friend, how can you assess the risk on site? And these people, you would not get tired drop kicking them up and down their own office, and then when you do go at them, it's back away off, shit themselves, afraid to be challenged, afraid to show evidence. So one guy came in, he says, you know, he dealt with me 8 or 9 years ago as a senior investigator on a nasty job which ended in a fatal, and his whole mentality changed. Now, what does annoy me is that if you have health and safety professionals, and good ones, yes, they're very, very limited. They're very limited, I will agree. But when you have health and safety professionals, they're given very little respect, you know, and for the likes of myself to get that wee bit more respect, especially in this company, because I was on the other side of the fence, going in on the prosecution side, shouldn't make any difference. It should not make any difference. However, what does make a difference is when you challenge these people, is when you challenge company directors and, you know, make it very clear that causing or permitting or knowingly allowing it to go on, allowing it to happen, will come back and bite you in the ass. So, you know, when you're up and banging out 15 and 18 hour days, and then you go into a company who want to put on this big show that they're all compliant and legal and they've everything in place, and then the employee staff is not fit for purpose. Now, what I will say about this company, or a lot of companies that we deal with, is the boss of the company, whether it's a director or a transport manager, or, you know, or an operator, or whatever business or sector you're in, 9 times out of 10 they don't know what's going on. And I know we can say they should know, but the way I look at it as an employer as well, you pay someone, a professional person, to do a particular job for you, so you expect them to put the control measures in place. And when you have to go and spoon feed people and hold people's hands, well then this is why we're so mad for a robotic world. This is why we want to take the human element out of it. But we're not at that stage yet, so, you know, this company in particular, 6 or 7 directors, the rest of them knowing what's going on, pretending they don't know what's going on, and then when they're challenged, then there's a panicking match. So although we leave here tonight and they want us to do all the work and they want us to put things in place, we'll decide whether we work for them or not. We'll decide at a board level. We will evaluate their ethos, we will evaluate what they're going to do, because people say to me all the time, and I was brought up at a meeting this afternoon, you know, a company was given out to our guys about, well, why will you not work for us? You know, we pay you every time, why will you not work with us? And we do have not only a professional standard, but we have a moral standard. If you're a dickhead, you're a dickhead, and I'll tell you you're a dickhead, and it's very simple. It doesn't deviate from that. And transparency is the key at TCTS Group. Now, you can go to other companies and they'll blow smoke up your ass all day long, but you'll still be non-compliant. You'll still be operating illegally. You'll still be causing or permitting. You'll still be actively involved because you knowingly refuse to put your safety systems in place or your control measures in place. So, as I say guys, just annoys me, this box ticking mentality that we have. We have guys coming out of university, out of college, that have, you know, what you have to be very careful of, ladies and gentlemen, is you need to understand the difference between education and intelligence. Massive difference, okay? And all we get is the reiteration of documentation, whereas you go in and you read up a bit of paperwork and out you come and you presume that you're a professional in your trade. And you know, it just seems getting worse and worse and worse. I find that a lot of the older guys who have just had their time, you know, clocked in their card, like this guy up here, it just blows my mind that he might be 40 years at it, but he's 40 years doing it wrong, and he will continue to do it wrong until somebody corrects him. And I think we highlighted this evening the issues of what's wrong, and whether he likes it or not, it doesn't really matter, you know. We're not there to make friends, we're there to save lives. That's the bottom line. So anyway, guys, be very careful who you're using. Make sure that the control measures are in place. If somebody doesn't know what they're doing, get help, get assistance, get training, upskill yourself, but most importantly, put the systems in place and execute them. You know, don't leave them as a box ticking exercise. You know, to give you an example, a risk assessment done in an office here in Northern Ireland for 2 sites in England, just don't get it at all. Anyway, if you need any help or assistance, guys, or you want to be told that you're a dickhead to your face, contact us at tctsgroup.com. That is all.